It's face paint for adults. Independent, female-owned, black-owned brand. Hi and welcome to another Free.volous webisode. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe. This time I didn't forget to say it at the beginning. Danessa Myricks. She is a makeup artist. Have you seen her Instagram? And her brand is proudly her, with full-on editorial vibes and products that actually cater to her signature looks and her creative needs. Among other more conventional products like foundation and powder and etc. and highlighters and lots of primers, she is iconic for the dewy skin, and she created so many kind of glowy balms and eye glosses and face glosses and a myriad cream products for the face and all over. And of course the most iconic thing I think are the color fix, which are basically gouaches for your face. It's face paint for adults. And it has so many colors that she keeps expanding and finishes, all that jazz. The brand carries kind of an aura of inclusivity and creativity and innovation. And also they haven't been tainted or shriveled to a vanilla shell of themselves by, you know, the super evil, mega greedy corpse of this world, trademark. And their style kind of exudes that, you know, energy and character and fierceness and glossy lids and dishevelled hair and high heels and neon eyeliner and patent leather boots and patent leather skin. In my mind, I'm just thinking, but does it crease though? This is a genuinely pro makeup artist geared line, and that can mean being perfectly applied on already quite young and flawless skins, and looking great for photos and on camera and far away from the naked eye, and even being able to be retouched every few minutes in a photo shoot. But can I bring a little bit of that pizzazz into my daily commute, hours spent in front of the screen and sweating in an overheated studio? That's what I want to know. And don't get me wrong, I don't want another brand that was makeup artist driven to become a shell of itself and water down their concepts and products to make it consumer friendly. We have enough of those vanillaed makeup brands. We don't need any anymore. I just want to know if I can take a little bit of what I see on their Instagram and make it happen in real life. My real life. Because I'm just one person, I have one opinion. So I bought a few of their products from their quite extensive line, and this is what I came up with, and I still have some iterations to go through, but first impressions coming along. I did my purchases from Danessa Myricks Beauty.eu, which is the European website. They have the .com too. The European website is a bit glitchy in my opinion, and the pictures could be bigger. Maybe it's because my vision is not getting any better. And some information is better organized on the .com, I later discovered. But what I really wanted to let you know about is that the pictures are not the most true to color. When I tried to buy my foundation, this were the examples, and as you can see, that's not what I got. It's even too light for my face. They do have, you know, one of those foundation application simulators on the .com website that you can use with your phone. I discovered that too late because I had already placed a purchase. But they do have fantastic customer service. Great people. Really kind. Now let's talk a little bit about the products, just the main claims, and then I'll move on to the application. First thing is the Vision Cream Cover Foundation. This comes in 23 shades, and then it comes with other 6 color correcting shades. They have the N for olive yellow and neutral undertones, and then the W for red, pink, and peach undertones. You could say this is a limited offering, but they have extremely light and extremely dark, the two main undertones. So for a makeup artist, that's all you need. And then they have the color adjusters. So basically you're good to go if you're a makeup artist. The full size is only 15 mils and it retails for 28 euros. This is a mini size I got, thankfully. They have samples to try. It's 2.5 mils for 5 euros, and they have a wand, which is sort of a clicky pen with a brush on the tip, that they sell for 21 euros, but it only contains 3 mils. It could sound like a hefty price per mil, but if you're sort of like me, you have more than one foundation on rotation, which happens to quite a lot of people, maybe it's a good bet because you will use it all up before it expires. Just saying. It's not for everybody, of course. The claims are that it is a foundation and concealer hybrid. It is texture minimizing. It has sheer buildable to full coverage. It has vitamin E and squalane. Works well with silicone, oils, and waxes, so maybe not that great with water-based formulas, I don't know. And they say use 1 drop for full coverage and can be shared down with the oil, 2 drops for 1 drop of the foundation. Next product is the little sample set that I got of the Duet Balm and the beauty oil. This set cost me, I think, 22 euros. But these are mini sizes, although the Duet Balm is quite big. This balm is 5 grams and the full size is 15 grams and retails for 20 euros, comes in 5 shades. They claim it's lightweight, translucent, hydrating, I would say moisturizing, that's what you're going for. And then it gives you instant glass skin, spoiler alert. Yes, fresh glow. It revives cakey makeup, interesting, and it's great for mature skin. Yay, they're talking about me! Then they have the beauty oil, which in full size is 30 mils and it costs 30 euros, comes in 5 shades or varieties. They say it's a blend of moisturizing or hydrating oils that mimic natural skin oils for seamless radiance, and it's good for thinning out denser complexion products. I would believe so. I don't know how different these are from other face oils that you may have already. The Balm Contour comes in 8 shades. It's 10 grams for 26 euros. It's blendable and buildable and undetectable, according to them. Applies effortlessly. It has a blend of oils and HA and vitamin E. It reduces the appearance of lines and pores. It can be used under or over foundation. It can be applied over powder too, which is interesting. And then I got the iconic Color Fix. Color Fix is the gouaches for the face. They come in mattes, foils, metallics, neons, nudes, glazes, and nudes glazes. They basically are all long wearing, supposedly waterproof, and you can mix them, make new colors, alter the textures because some are matte, some are glazes, you know. You can create all crazy things with these, and I was super curious and I had to buy a couple of them. I bought Primary Yellow and Coffee Cake in the matte section. Then I got Caramel in the Nudes Glaze. Glaze, not Glaze, Glaze. Then I got a foil called Milky Way. And then I got the Claire, yes, the Claire Glaze, just Glaze. So if you want to see me apply all these products to my face, except for the foil, just keep on watching and I'll be back with an overview of first impressions. Yeah, this looks quite up close and personally, but here we go. This is a primary yellow, which is the color that I am going to try today to make a look. I'm gonna go with a flat brush, a tiny one. This one is by Cosmetics. Take a little dot, something like this. For now, we'll see if I need more. And what I'm gonna do is go at it like any sort of, oh, payoff, any liquid eyeshadow. Apply to one side, blend, then apply to the other side, because I don't know how quickly these sort of dry down. Okay, this was one coat, this is another coat. It feels fairly easy to apply. I think the yellow is slightly patchy. I don't have any primer on my eyes, by the way. Now I'm just gonna gently just pull the edges with a soft touch. Yeah, I'm feeling it starting to set already, but it did give me a bit of time to work. My doubt is, should one build after the first layer is dried out or while it's still wet? We'll see. Again, same thing, same technique. I'm just gently blurring out the edges. It does blend out really easily. It doesn't feel like you're gonna be stuck here with very patchy eyeshadows. I'm gonna go with a second layer. The thing with this is that you will end up having to wash your brushes and use up a lot more brushes if you don't want to mix colors. Minor downside. But anyway, it's not emphasizing my wrinkles or anything, but if I do have wrinkles, it's not disguising them. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. I'm just, at this moment, I'm kind of trying to figure out how this builds, because the eyes are basically done. This was really quick. You know, sometimes with cream or liquid eyeshadows, you're stuck to blending and fiddling with it for a bit, but to my naked eye right now, everything is well blended, but it's still really bright and popping. It pops. So, well, that was that, I guess. I'm gonna go with a bit of eyeliner just on the inner rims because I want the yellow to be the main focus, and a little bit of mascara, and I'll be done and I'll go onto the skin. Oh, but wait, I wanted to apply the gloss, but I really want the matte. Okay, one of each on each eye, and I'll test it for a few hours for you guys, okay? In case you're wondering, right now, it does not feel, you know, drying on the lids or anything. It feels like I have nothing on my lids. In case you have really dry lids, you may want to know this. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the gloss and apply to my right eye and see how it goes, because this is the shiz, right? It's applying really easily and it's not picking up the product, which is really cool. Going to put a little bit more of the gloss mix with the leftover of the product that I have, of the primary yellow matte that I have on my hand. See if I can lift it. I don't know if I will. Not really, no. Once it sets, it sets. Can I show this to you? I'm trying to mix, but this part here, which is the one where it was all set, nothing is moving. So it's not being reactivated with the gloss, which is great to know because it's going to be really long wearing. But I did manage to pick up a little bit leftover that was still wet, and I mixed it with the gloss, and here it is. Now I will go with a mascara that I know that will probably not be one of those that really melts easily or anything, which is the Caution by Hourglass. Either this or the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. I think these would be straight up bets that won't fail you, but this Caution mascara will give me more volume. Right off the bat. You can build up the Clinique one too, but these lashes are a bit gloopy, from the gloss. I should have cleaned them up. My fault. But hey, can we talk about this fantastic yellow? I like it. I wish you could see the gloss, guys. I have no primer on, just skincare. And I'm going to take a little bit of the foundation onto my hand, like this. They say 1 drop does full coverage. But okay, this is not going to be my shade, so forgive me if I blend into the walls. But I'm going to start applying this. It has a flowery scent, which I wasn't expecting. Quite intense, of strong scent of roses. No need. It's the roses from By Terry. It's that intense. And this is the sort of coverage we can get from it. Oh, I'm so white. I want to buy a few more of these in other colors. So this is, the interesting thing is it's sort of clinging onto the skin in a good way, but it's not excessively covering my moles, you know. And guys, I'm not one to go full coverage, but that little bit I put on my hand is gone. They say it's foundation and concealer. Ugh, I don't know. I'm gonna go with a smaller brush, give it a fair shot, take a bit more. Feels a bit too sheer to be a good concealer. I'm not gonna go on my forehead. Okay, I can see for small areas, I can see it happening. Let's pack it on here where I have most of my darkness. I'm using the tiniest brush here. I'll blend it with another one. Nice. Okay, I spoke too soon. It does work well as a concealer. But again, you need to work fairly quickly if you use it pure without thinning it out with the oil. This side was the one that I first applied, but then I blended first on this side, and this was getting a bit too dry, too set, you know? Interesting, because it's not a dry formula. It's not clinging to any of my dry patches. It has evened out my skin tone. I'm going to take a little bit more, and this time I'm going to thin it out with the oil. And I'm going to apply it on this side, and on this side I'm going to go with a face gloss so that we can see the difference. Mixing it with the oil created basically a liquid foundation. It's far thinner, but it still has a bit of coverage. Sometimes when you do this with your normal foundations, you know, most of them are water-based and they don't play well with oils, and maybe they won't thin out as well, or they will look a bit patchy or start to slide off. What I feel is that this sticks it to your skin despite the oil, and it looks absolutely flawless. I'm gonna go with the bronzing product. I'm gonna take my foundation brush, and I was torn between medium 1 and light 2. Oh. Yes, this does blend beautifully. Maybe the light 2 would be a bit more. Can we see this? It does blend seamlessly into the foundation. It seems to have lifted a little bit. I can see this little mark, this sunspot that I have here. It seems to be a bit more intense. So it seems to have lifted a little bit of the foundation. I have a lot less foundation on this side. And babes, I haven't used my beauty blender because this blended into the skin and was not streaky at all. So interesting. Oh, so cool. Really cool. Can you see that? I'm using this on my bare skin on my forehead, seeing if it works, right? My brush still smells of the foundation, but I don't feel it on my face, which is a good thing. But I would go without the perfume. It's really strong. Now let's go into the chins. A little bit here. I could have gone with the light color and probably it would create more of a shadow. But I think I can get away with this. So this is the side finished. This delivers a little bit of dewiness to the skin. It's gorgeous. The foundation does not set fully. It stays slightly tacky. For instance, the Fenty Beauty bronzer, I find it quite hard to work into the skin. You can do it, but it takes its time and it's really pigmented off the bat. As I said, it was not, that color was not meant supposedly for my skin tone, so yeah. But this one, which is a bit too dark for me, it melts if I wanted to. I'm loving both sides. I love the amount of coverage this gives, and this looks like skin up close. It's really cool, but you can still sheer it out. I don't know if this oil is essential. I'm thinking something like the bee oil from The Ordinary. It has a huge blend of oils. It probably is just as pretty on the skin. Let's go into the Wet Balm. It's one of those that, you know, I have oily skin. I love dewy skin, but I have oily skin, so this was a bit of an exaggeration, but I really wanted to try it. This is the pan. This is completely clear, and what you are seeing is the pan. It's so cool. Can you see that? I'm gonna take a little bit of this and press it onto the skin. I'm being really gentle because I don't want to lift the foundation. And because they say this is really good for aging skin, for mature skin, I can see why, because this is completely transparent, so it wouldn't sink into the wrinkles like a shimmery product would. Oh, this is so pretty. Can you see? Yes. It's dewy. It's dewy. It's so pretty. I know that my cheeks look quite shiny, but when I touch it, it's not an oily shine. It's really interesting. In terms of textures, I'm really impressed. So I'm going to take another Colourfix matte. This is in Coffee Cake, which is an all-over face color for me. You can do the eyes, the lips, and the cheeks with this. And I'm just going to take the tiniest bit, and I'll try to use it as a blusher on top of my glossed skin. You use minute amounts of this. This will last you forever. I hope these have good... I didn't check that out actually. See how long would they last. The expiration dates, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, too much, too much, too much. I'm sorry, Danessa. I'm destroying your makeup. But I'm trying to be a good girl here. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm just... Where I went. Did you see that little amount? I worked it onto my wrist and it was still quite intense. This is meant as an eyeshadow, or to work really well as an eyeshadow, so I think I'm gonna take, yeah, what's left of foundation on my concealer brush. It was the one with the oil, and I'm just gonna go over it and blend it out. This cheek is far more pigmented than that one. Which one do I like the most? Well, it's easier to go deeper with this one, isn't it? You still have a little bit of work time with this. It doesn't set immediately, which is really nice. Okay, so this feels rather sticky, so you know. But not when I take my hands off, I don't feel it on my skin like a heavy, thick, gloopy thing. Yes, can you see that? Yeah. Now next I'm going to set the sides of my nose and a little bit on the chin, just those areas where I don't want things to go a bit ham. In this case, the product has absorbed the powders really well. Now lips. Would I use this glaze? I don't think the glaze looks good because of the pinky cheeks. I'm trying to use everything. This is the Color Fix Nudes glaze in caramel. Yeah, it's too yellow. Oh, on camera it looks really good. I'll try to blend in a little bit of the coffee color, coffee cake color. They did mix really well. They created sort of a, you know, a midway color. Oh, nice. It's close to my lip color. And I kind of like this sort of demi-matte finish on the lips to make the eyes a bit more the focus. I just wish you could see the gloss on the eye. It's so annoying. It's there, I swear it's there. The places where I've set, they're set. I don't feel any tackiness coming through and trying to poke through. The only product that I'm not using today is this. This is the Color Fix foil in Milky Way. And I thought this was gonna work sort of like a topper. No, this is way, way more opaque. Just one little drop here and you're done. You're completely done. So here it is, the finished look. On this side I have the matte eye and a bit more coverage on the cheeks. And you can see almost everything just basically disappeared. You cannot cover texture, but everything else is done. And on this side I have the glossy eye. I hope you can see it in some way. And a bit less coverage. It was so much fun. I didn't even do my brows. I don't care. I don't care. So this is the finished look and I'm so happy with my new toys. Yes! And I'm surprised with how easy it was to apply everything basically on my face and how well it all came together without any fuss, without having to think, oh, I need to know these makeup artist tricks or anything. No, they're all working really well. These products were really well thought out to work together and to work for the person who needs to get things done easily, and I think that's what comes across. The product that actually surprised me the most was the foundation, just because I wasn't expecting much from the foundation. I really wanted to know how the Color Fix products behaved and all of that, and they behaved beautifully. They give you enough time before they set for you to play and blend. I'm seeing graphic eyeliners all over the place with this and beautiful smoky eyes. I think the world is your oyster if you can do your blends and your color theory. This is fantastic. And one swipe, just a little bit of blend for every day and you have your monochromatic looks. So these are gorgeous in every iteration. But the foundation, as I was saying, is the one that I wasn't expecting much from. I just bought it because when I see foundation, I need to click buy. And despite the color matching problem, I'm really impressed. It, unlike most foundations that people say it looks like skin, and then I try them on, and on my textured skin, it doesn't look like skin. It emphasizes every little pore that doesn't need to be emphasized. This looks like my skin, but my skin is not reddened, doesn't have any splotches, and it worked beautifully with the other products. I really love the bronzer, or the bronzing glow balm, and this was delightful. And of course the color fixes were just blessings. I wasn't expecting to be so impressed with the whole thing. I'm really curious to get more things from the brand. I don't know why isn't everybody screaming from the rooftops about these products. Probably because she doesn't do a lot of sponsored content. Maybe it's a small brand and they can't send free stuff as widely as other brands. I don't know, but I feel like this should be a go-to for a lot of people, and I think this is going to be one of my favorite brands from now on. Just saying. Just saying. So it's been 2.5, maybe 3 hours since I first applied. As you can see on this side, on this eye, everything is still in place. The matte side is fantastic. And on this side, the yellow is still in place. What I feel is that I have less gloss. That's all there is, but the yellow doesn't go anywhere. And hi, it's been a while. So I think you can see there's no gloss left, or hardly any gloss left on my eye. On this one, it's just as it was the moment I put it on. So yeah, it's been, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours since I've applied the product, so very long lasting. And a bit of transfer now, but it's not creasing or anything. It wasn't creasing, you could see that. It's just transferring a bit. I'm really impressed. More so when I went to remove all the product from my hand that I have been using as sort of a mixing palette, it was really hard to remove. And yeah, if you want a tip to remove these kinds of products, either waterproof makeup remover. My favorite is cleansing balms and oils that destroy all the oils and waxes that are the main ingredients of these products. And for the brushes, nothing beats my glycerin soap. Not even specialized makeup brush soaps. Nothing does the same trick as a glycerin soap, and it's super affordable. Yes, I still do that, if you've followed me for a while. So yeah, cool. Bye! And this was my video. I know it was long, but I wanted to be thorough, and I was showing off a lot of products and testing a lot of products from my unexperienced non-pro makeup artist, non-makeup artist point of view, of course. I don't want them to accommodate me, but I really was happy to be able to play with their stuff and have a beautiful, happy, finished look at the end. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. Leave me comments down below, leave me likes, subscribe if you haven't already, and talk about me to your friends. Let them know that I exist. That would help me a lot. Other than that, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!